Wait. You're...
He can't speak? Also, why is he
Didn't expect to see him.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the
He's a scholar?
No. And Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your memory. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh!
Correct. The academia, it isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, these rumors were all the persuasion that as well as being a life for the dead, many would give everything, even if complications arise. The notion of an act.
Oh, that makes a lot of but there's
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholar's identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still, if you can't find
resource?
one possibility is
Extract?
with the technology, perhaps
So, the human brain... Nope! Nah! Hyman doesn't want to think about this!
I'm the academia's anyway. Judging by Razak's, or perhaps his curiosity. The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, however, the academia is. I've spent quite.
You mean you're not even...
All scholars seek extracting information.
Sounds like you're really...
Of course. Whether it be academics or this matter.
Wait!
Not to be callous, but there is no shortage of suffering.
Probably not.
You can say that. The divine knowledge capsule is.
Hyman's been wanting...
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an.
Wow!
I'm just a more like. He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next.
We're back!
You must be tired. You should...
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time,
Yep, pretty much!
their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Yet,
We may have a one of us could be secretly...
Huh?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Al-Haytham.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi Wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need Sino. Don't take it to heart.
They escaped.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity.
Oh, so if the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be... Yep, that's...
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys!
Please, wait! I want to go too. I want to find Grandpa.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's... Paimon feels like we're... So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay.
These are likely fragments of an... Looks like there were more than... Let's split up and search...
Is this what we're searching?
This is definitely...
How did it end up buried in the sand? They must have been attacked.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry. Your grandpa's gonna be
Razak didn't display.
We should be able to catch.
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Ugh, running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you? Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great General Dia. You'd be better off as...
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of...
Ridiculous. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these 2 men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars.
Think you can talk me over with that confident...
I'm not trying to...
You were the scrot.
Not all desert...
You Academia scum.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said? You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't...
We've known each other for
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their Come on, Raman.
But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. The mercs don't...
You're not wrong.
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia! Run!
Stop!
What's wrong?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting up. You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take...
Phew. I was really counting on him not go-
Dia! That? What?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. Even if we got rid-
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find-
Whatever it takes. You just...
Huh? Are you s-
The Eremites once...
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay,